Yo, what's up, everyone? My name's Dave, and you suck at programming. And today, we're going to talk about signals and trapping signals, specifically in Bash. So what are signals? They're provided by your operating system. You might be familiar with some of these signals. You probably are if you don't even know it. Like when you Control-C a program, what happens? Well, there's actually a signal that your operating system sends to the program called SIGINT, the interrupt signal. When you kill a process, when you type kill and then some PID, you're sending it a signal. You're sending it sig term, the termination signal. When you kill -9 something, when you really want to die, you're sending sig kill. This is one signal that can't be caught by your process. There's nothing your process can do about it. It has to just die. So yeah, those are provided by your operating system. You can trap them, you can manage them in Bash. You can do this in other languages, but I want to talk about Bash specifically. Bash also has a set of other signals. So I'll show you real quick. We have the trap command in Bash to react to signals, and there's a lot of stuff going on here. But there are some signals that aren't actually provided by your operating system, but in fact are provided by Bash. So on top of all the ones your operating system has, we have exit, which will get fired whenever your Bash script is about to exit. Debug, which is executed before every simple command. Return, which is executed each time a shell function returns. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here that's even, just like a lot of people don't even know about, but it's super useful in Bash. And then we have trap -L. So this is really cool. Trap -L will show you a list of all the signals. So we have all the basics. Like if you find 15, we're going to find sig term, 9 is sig kill. So here's all the signals we can trap, plus those other ones that I mentioned. So let's go into it. Let's go into our first example, simple exit. So what do we do here? We define a function called cleanup that just prints cleanup function running. And then this is the magic right here, trap. We run the trap command. It takes two arguments. The first argument is the code to run. And the second argument is the name of the signal that we want to trap. So the code to run, I've put it all into a nice little function here. And the signal is exit. So we're going to print some stuff, and then we're going to print some stuff, and we're going to see what happens. So let's go ahead and run this, and we get script starting, ... script done, and then finally cleanup function running. So the beauty of it is that this function will run no matter what. If we exit early for whatever reason, that function's still going to run. Unless there's something we can't do, like if someone kill -9s us, we're going to run this cleanup function. So that's beautiful. That's a way of getting something to run at the end. Let's talk about the exit code. Notice that we trap the cleanup function here. We put an exit code of 1 down here, but then we don't have an exit code up here. So what's going to happen? This is the beauty of it. When we run this, we still get the exit code of 1. So the cleanup function doesn't implicitly return anything, which is nice. We can define the exit code here. Super cool. Are we able to override the exit code? That was set to 1. It should be set to 2. Let's do this. So let's have exit 1 at the bottom and then exit 2 in the cleanup function. What happens when we run this? Yes, we can. So if you don't explicitly return anything, it will implicitly return whatever the script would have exited with. But in your cleanup function, or the function that runs when you trap the exit signal, you can override the exit code. That is useful to know about. I don't know if you'd ever really want to do that, but that's up to you. Hey, I'm not programming for you. I personally wouldn't bother doing it. Once you're in the cleanup mode, like, there's really not much I can do. Like, you better exit quick. That's the way I view it. So what else can we do? Here's some magic. We can trap more signals. Let's trap debug. So again, trap the name of the code to run and then the signal. So the signal is debug. myfunc is what we're going to run. So myfunc is here. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Script starting, script done, exit 1. Now we're going to print debug running and then this variable bash command. So what happens when we run this? Look at that. We have debug anytime the program is going to run something. This is really cool. You can simulate this behavior. You may have seen something like this. If we go to the first example, we could run bash -x on the first example, and then you will see the plus sign every time we're executing a command. In fact, we get the plus sign in front of trap because, we haven't trapped it yet, which is pretty cool. I think, what is it? Is it PS4 is the variable? So we could change this to like debug that if we wanted to change what it looked like in front of all the commands. So here's a really cool way, bonus content here. Here's how you can debug your bash scripts. What else do we have? And then the final thing, oh, this one's really cool. Let's trap a specific signal, sig info. Notice this line right here. Trap can fail. Why can trap fail? Well, your system might not have sig info. I'm running on a Mac. I believe FreeBSD has this signal. I encourage anyone watching this, if you're running on Linux, go try and run the script. It won't work. I don't think you'll have sig info over there. But yeah, we just sleep for 1 and then we echo the word running constantly. So if I go over here and run this, it will just echo running every 1 second. If I press Control T, I can send a sig info to my process and we'll see hello world appears. This is super useful. For all my Linux friends out here, you are missing out with sig info. I love it. When I'm running a long DD command, I hit Control T and bam, it gives me information. Just like you would have to run sig user 1 to get it, I hit Control T and there's my information with DD. I love it. It's great. I've done the same thing on like a Linux system and sometimes I end up just borking DD. So there's a fun little trick for you, and that's signal handling in Bash. Yo, you know what time it is. Want to give a quick shout out to my patrons over at Patreon. Thank you for your continued support. I think that's super cool. Shout out to Vorno, Fractal, Bubsky, Nick, Hawk. Shout outs to Greg, Arax, Aaron. Thank you so much for your continued support. I think that's awesome. I got a Patreon link down below if you want to go check it out. And yeah, that's it. And even though it doesn't look like that, I know how you're I know what?